Welcome in. Come one, come all. This is the Second Cut Podcast. I'm Rick Gehman. This is your condensed recap episode of the WM Phoenix Open. I'm flying solo tonight, but not really, because we figured you don't want to stare at my face the entire time. Let's add the world famous Ollie Cam to the mix. That right there is a dachshund laying on a couch, hopefully on his best behavior to get us through the next few minutes here. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know how this event ends, because I said to Mina, if we go to a playoff, we're going to do an episode and they're just going to have to figure out who wins later, because it might take 3, 4, 5 holes. So there's a putt from Hideki Matsuyama coming up that will either win the golf tournament or send this to a playoff with Chris Gotterup. So either way, we were going to fire this podcast up after this stroke. So I figured, let's just fire it up right now. Hideki Matsuyama has been playing with fire all day long. This has been one of the greatest, worst rounds I've ever seen. Mina, if you want to throw up the scorecard, now would be a pretty good time to do that. He has hit 3 fairways. He has made putts left and right from over 20 feet, things that Hideki doesn't normally do. They've been incredibly high value, par saves, birdies, like just unbelievable getting out of trouble. He was in trouble on 13 in the native area behind a tree, hits an unbelievable shot, ends up making birdie. Just literally an unbelievably bad round that I'm so impressed with, because the fact that he's even in the mix is shocking. Many guys would be 3 or 4 over par if they played the way that Hideki is. He is 4 under with a putt for par on the 72nd hole to win the WM Phoenix Open for the 3rd time. I can't believe it. I can't believe we've even gotten this far. Chris Gotterup, on the other hand, was your Thursday leader, 63. Got cold in the middle of this tournament, went 18 straight holes without making a birdie in the middle, and then got hot here again on Sunday to even get himself into this position. So Gotterup's round, a 7 under 64, one of the best rounds of the day, finishes in a flurry, which we see all the time here. Birdies on 13, 14, 15, 17, and 18. And now Hideki Matsuyama, playing with fire one more time, hits it into the church pews off the tee, left of the fairway on 18, hits the lip on his second shot, has a 40-some-odd yard pitch that he's got 25 feet left on. I mean, this would be an absolute Houdini round, Houdini par to win this golf tournament. If you ask me, if I was a betting man, and I know this is really going out on a limb here, 24 feet, 4 inches, no way he makes this, right? I mean, we're going to a playoff with Chris Gotterup. Chris Gotterup saw that ball hit the lip and immediately grabbed his glove and went back to hitting balls on the range, because he knows how difficult that up and down was. And now Hideki Matsuyama, for his 3rd or 4th putt over 10 feet today. You guys are probably a little bit ahead of me, so I'm not going to look at the chat, because I don't want to be spoiled on this. Whether or not Hideki has won the Phoenix Open or whether this goes to a playoff, and this is not the only thing. Number 1 player in the world, Scotty Scheffler, made a run. Michael Thor Bjornsson had a chance to win this golf tournament. Maybe should have won this golf tournament, but here we go. Hideki is now standing over his ball with a chance to become a 3-time winner of the Phoenix Open. He's been nothing but magical with the putter this entire week. And, the blimp just cast a shadow right in front of him. Oh, he knew it. Oh, did someone yell something? I don't know what that was. I don't want to look at the chat. The drama. This is pure cinema. The finish here. 15, 16, 17, 18. I saw the blimp shadow. I saw it. He actually stepped off. That is unbelievable. All right, here we go. Take 2. Hideki with whoop on wrist to become a 3-time winner. There's a lot of history on the line here, and still could win this even if he doesn't make this putt. Putter back and putter through. Down the hill. It's off to the right. It's got to go. No chance. No, didn't even sniff it. Oh, my goodness. Settle. Okay. Oh, my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, my. That's about 3 feet. Is it not? It's exactly 3 feet. 3 feet, 0 inches. Oh, my gosh. These guys are They're perfect from 3 feet. But if there's ever one to miss, it might be this one. This is, oh, he's going to have to putt through a shadow. 3 feet. No, shadow is not going to be a factor. To send this to a playoff, oh my gosh. If he misses this, it would be one of the worst choke jobs I've seen in quite some time. Bounces the putter head like he always does. Back and through. Whew, bottom of the cup. All right, Mina, zoom me in. Here we go. Hideki Matsuyama and Chris Gotterup are going to go to a playoff. I will admit to you, we will likely not be on air by the time this thing is over. But let me get you up to date. So we talked about Hideki's round. Historically horrible week driving the golf ball. He is, oh my God. Okay. He lost 4.6 strokes off the tee this week. In the 829 measured shot link events, there have only been 2 winners to lose more than 4 strokes off the tee. Cam Smith did it when he won the Players' Championship. Brent Snedeker did it with that crazy weather at Torrey Pines in, what was that, 2017, 2016. So if Hideki pulls this off, it would be a colossal win for those who cannot drive. The other 2 times that Hideki has gained at least 5 strokes putting, which he has done this week, he has won that event. Chris Gotterup already going for another victory. He won earlier this year at the Sony Open. He goes on this ridiculously phenomenal stretch to get himself into the mix here and try to play spoiler. His week, fantastic. 7th off the tee, 3rd on approach, 3rd around the green, and he's been a 0 with the putter, and now these two get each other, I think, over and over again on 18. Nah, they probably go back to 16 at some point. That is going to be the case. You're going to have Hideki, who either wins for the 3rd time and becomes the first player. Oh, Ollie's stretching. That's unbelievable. Or Hideki, if he wins, would become the first player to win at least once in 6 of the last 7 years. He is a historic winner. Chris Gotterup, this would be his 4th win in 18 months. Excuse me? That has to be settled. What doesn't have to be settled is that Scottie Scheffler is going to finish in 3rd place in a tie for 3rd. Scottie Scheffler was miserable on Thursday. He was the best player in the field Friday through Sunday. He almost pulled off the improbable, a 7 under 64 on Sunday, his best round of the week with birdies on 13, 14, 15, and 17. He falls 1 shot short. It has now been nearly a year since he has finished outside the top 10. Last year's Players' Championship, he finished outside the top 10. That was 329 days ago. Scottie Scheffler has been beaten by 4 total players since the Open Championship. Is that right? Is that my note that I had? Yes, 4 total players since the Open Championship. It's unbelievable. The amount of golfers that were popular this week, Hideki Matsuyama, Maverick McNeely, Siwoo Kim, were all highly owned in one and dones and in fantasy formats and in the betting markets and all of that stuff. They were all in the mix. Unfortunately, for me specifically, Maverick McNeely fell to a tie for 13th after a 72 on Sunday, in which he bogeyed 2 holes early, bogeyed 2 more holes around the turn, just never really got it going. He looked kind of out of his element a little bit. The other man out of his element was, what did Victor do at the end of this round? Wasn't he 6 under? Oh, wow. He kind of stalled out after the turn. Okay, anyway. The other man who probably should have won this golf tournament was Michael Thorbjornsen, who got to 17 under, which 17 under would absolutely have won this golf tournament right now. So Michael Thorbjornsen, who was basically inside the top 10 all week long, made eagle on 15 to take the lead. And I think he looked up and said, oh, crap. I'm in the lead looking for my first PGA Tour win. And example number 55,000. That winning ain't easy, especially the first time, because Michael Thorbjornsen steps into the Coliseum. You can see there is just adrenaline coursing through his veins. He hits a 9-iron that just basically flies everything way over the green, cannot get up and down from there. To add insult to injury, he then hits it into the water on 17 and cannot save par there. So he goes back-to-back bogeys on 16 and 17. Pars on any one of those gets you into this playoff, Michael. Really good signs from him. He led the field in strokes gained off the tee. Thrilled about the way that he's been playing. But that was clearly something intestinal as opposed to physical. What else do we have? Jake Knapp goes to another great week, right? Has played phenomenal early this year. He kind of had that, the stretch of golf. And yeah, I mean, you can show my screen. The stretch of golf, 11 on is such a highly volatile portion of this golf course. It has 3 of the 4 most difficult holes and 3 of the 4 hardest holes. He goes birdie 13, bogey 14, birdie 15, bogey 16, birdie 17. He played it kind of the way that the scoring averages dictated to, but he's been great. I think there's a lot of good golf courses for him moving forward. Shout out to Nikolai Højgaard, who was in the final group and completely vomited all over himself on the second hole by making triple. He erased all 3 of those strokes by the time he got to the 6th hole, eagled 13, birdied 17 to get himself back into the mix. It was a very fun week. It's not over yet. There was drama everywhere. There was cinema everywhere. And now we've got a playoff. Mina, let's look at the implications of this. Do we have the grid? I know it might not be complete yet, but I'm wondering if we have access to the grid because there are some big implications here.
I need like a second.
She needs a second. So I will tell you that there's going to be a lot of money made in one and done. There could potentially be a winner on the grid. Maverick McNeely kind of dinged us for some of the better outcomes for us. And we're going to see. We're going to go to a playoff. Greg and Mina, I can tell you, had Cameron Young. He got them about $34,000. Not a particularly great week to be had there. But Mark and I think, made a little bit of money here on this week. Here we go. Mina's going to reveal the grid right now. Okay, 3 matchup wins. Berger over Koepka, Hideki over Xander, Nick Taylor over Harry Hall. McNeely top 10, believe it or not, did not cash. That was 1 shot off. Scotty Scheffler winning, that was like probably 1 shot off. What else do we have? Okay, so we are waiting on the outcome of Hideki here from Mark. 25-1. We do not know the outcome of this. One and done wise, the totals are not in, but Siwoo is going to get me a few $100,000. Tie for third, a 5-way tie for third. Hideki is either going to get Mark 1.7 million or like 800,000, something like that is going to be the outcome of that. We'll see there. What else? Ricky Fowler had another good week. Here's a fun one. I'm going to empty the notebook. And this is the bottom of the notebook, Mina. This is incredible. And there's no reason for anybody to know about this or care about this, but here we go. Ryan Fox finished 24th this week. Ryan Fox on his first 3 holes of the day, and it didn't matter if it was the front 9 or the back 9. Ryan Fox, I don't know why we're showing my screen. That's good. Ryan Fox, I guess I could show you. Sorry, was 8 over on his first 3 holes of each day total, whether it was the front or the back. On holes 4 through 18, he was 16 under. What, like maybe bad warm-up? I don't know. What happened there? How did you get off to such a bad start? That's deep in the notebook. Got a lot of other stuff deep in the notebook here, but I think I used a lot of it on. There we go. Good job, Mina. There's the one and done selections. Siwoo gets me 439. That's pretty good. Hideki could get 100 or 1.7 million. What else do we have? I think that's about it. I don't want to stay on just to stay on, but I appreciate everybody tuning into the Betcast. It was a lot of fun. We're going to do that again for Riviera. And what they let me do is they let me kind of sneak in and sneak out and like, hey, I've got a little nugget on so-and-so. Let's talk about it. We showed a stat. I don't have my notes anymore, but we showed a stat. Like at one point during this week, the longest you could get Hideki Matsuyama was 68-1. The longest you could get Siwoo Kim was like 6,500-1 or something outrageous. Like just the volatility of this event never, ever, ever fails to not be amazing, right? It's just so good the way this thing ends. I wish I knew who's going to win, but I don't think I can sit here if this goes multiple weeks or multiple rounds or multiple holes. I don't think I can do it. So what I'm going to do is I'll promise you that we will have the updated numbers on Tuesday. We'll be back for the Pebble Beach Pro-Am on Tuesday. I'm flying out of here tomorrow morning. I'll have some stuff up on Rick Run Good. I'm going to say, look at Oliver on your way out and how freaking cute he is, because it's unbelievable. But I'm going to call it. Mina, everybody, have a safe Super Bowl. Enjoy it. Enjoy the rest of this event. It's going to be fantastic. And I hate to leave you hanging, but we got to do what you got to do. See ya.